Hello, and welcome to Reel. I'm your host, Nathan Berg.
And I'm your co-host, Dave Washburn.
Today we are going to look at the film, I'm Not Ashamed.
Let's take a look at the trailer, shall we?
I've always been drawn to hands. I think it's because it's the way that we touch people. I have this theory that if one person can go out of their way to show compassion, it could start a chain reaction. Sometimes I don't understand why having a walk with God is so hard for me. Why do you hang around those guys? They're bullies. Is that what you want to be known for?
Later, lame-o.
I'm not like my friends.
Are you spiritual or something?
I just want to live my life for Jesus and care about people. Hey, can I help you?
No.
Come on, you must need something.
I can take care of myself.
I'm not so sure.
What's up, Four Eyes?
I thought it was going to be different this year.
Is this some kind of prank?
I want to be a light, but it feels so dark.
Life's gonna be hard sometimes, but he's there. As hard as that is to grasp, he's in control.
Never gonna change what's happening in there.
It's just the way the world is.
Well, I want to change the world. Compassion is the greatest form of love that humans have to offer. Test it out for yourself and see the difference that it can make in the lives around you. Tomorrow's not a promise, but it's a chance. You just might start a chain reaction. Jesus gave his life for me, and I'll give my life to him.
I'm Not Ashamed is a film based on the journals of Rachel Scott, the first casualty of the 1999 Columbine High School massacre outside of Littleton, Colorado. The movie is directed by Brian Bowe and features a number of actors you probably have never heard of. Mason McLean plays Rachel, Ben Davies plays Nate, and Cameron McKendry plays Alex.
Rachel wavers between being positive about the impact she can have on others and the fear that she'll never quite fit in. At the beginning, she talks with her friends about wanting a boyfriend and about how boys just don't think of her that way. Seems a bit odd because she's probably the nicest one in the group.
Trying to make herself more popular, Rachel sneaks out of the house and goes to parties. She gets caught at one point and is sent to spend the summer with her relatives in Louisiana. There, she has her first of multiple revivals of faith.
When she returns from Louisiana, Rachel becomes involved with a church youth group, where she winds up noticing a homeless young man and basically stalks him until he accepts her help. Nate becomes her surrogate big brother and embraces the church in a big way.
Now, Nate probably should have been her boyfriend as well, but Rachel is hung up on a drama class big shot named Alex. The film devotes a lot of energy to her budding, maybe not romance with Alex, and who is giving her acting lessons with an eye on putting her in his upcoming school play.
At one point in the movie, Rachel befriends a young boy with just some disabilities. The boy's been a victim of bullying and she wants to try to make him feel a little bit better. Let's check out the clip.
Hey, Austin. How's it going?
Going to chemistry.
You want to do something this weekend?
With who?
With me. Can go, like, see a movie or something Friday?
We go on a real date?
Yeah. Sure. Have you ever been on one?
Oh, yeah. Lots of them.
I didn't know you were such a player.
With my mom.
Got it. I'm sorry I'm not your mom.
You're prettier.
You are a player. See you Friday, Austin.
Being a Christian movie, I'm not ashamed to stir up a little controversy. Some have questioned its accuracy and as far as what was said by who and how public or private Rachel is about her religious beliefs.
Makers of the film actually accused YouTube of anti-Christian bias because they blocked the trailer on several occasions. Although I didn't have any trouble seeing it when I took a look for it.
Anyway, I found the film to be a solid story about the ups and downs of that a teenager faces in high school and how Rachel used her faith to deal with it all.
On the other hand, I found it to be an average movie about a lot of the stuff we all had to deal with as a teenager. And I think it would have probably been better served as a TV movie, maybe something you'd see on Lifetime or the Hallmark Channel.
Well, we'll get a little deeper into reviewing the movie after we take a quick break and hear from our sponsor.
3, 2, 1.
With what's happening today with smartphones, everybody has the ability to shoot video. But not everybody has the ability to edit that video and communicate a thought and idea in a professional way with high production value. That's where we come in. This particular program allows a student to do single-cam productions, multi-cam productions, short films, corporate promos, things like that. So there's a lot of different things that a student can learn in the video production area.
What I love here is the practical work that I can learn. It's like a non-pressure environment, and I like that about it.
All those things that you're not going to learn unless you do it. You can read about it in a book, but that's not going to help you when you're on set.
Welcome back. I'm Not Ashamed was made on a very limited budget of just $1.5 million. And aside from the lack of A-list stars, it really doesn't show it.
But is that a testament to the director's skill or how far modern technology has come?
Well, hard to say. The movie is close to making that back, bringing in $1.1 million on its opening weekend. And even though it only opened in 550 theaters.
Well, they obviously know their audience.
And the topic of release date, I have to mention the fact that the movie was originally announced to be released on April 20th.
Ooh, really?
Incredibly, yes. In some boardroom somewhere, it was actually a good idea to release this movie on the anniversary of Rachel Scott's death.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure what to say about that.
Fortunately for them, Rachel's parents put a stop to that, and they pushed the release date back to a more reasonable time in October.
Fortunately indeed, that would have probably been a disaster. We've got one more clip to show you. Let's take a quick look.
Lord, I'm sorry for everything that I've done. Jesus, I ask you to forgive me, and I ask you to come into my life. Father, use me to be a light to the world.
This clip is a good representation of the cinematography of this movie. It's well done and has a few great wow moments.
Well, I spent most of the clip trying to find the speakers the band was playing through.
Attention to detail is lacking in this movie, like many low-budget films.
To be honest, I found the cinematography to be well shot and edited, but nothing special. I noticed it had a few strange quirks, in particular the overuse of handheld shots.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. Isn't it a well-established fact that you use shaky cam for battle scenes and not intimate conversations?
I was thinking the same. This abuse of handheld shots doesn't ruin the movie, but it distracted from some of the scenes. I also felt sometimes there were too many cuts in the scenes, making some scenes unnecessarily fast-paced.
That's a subtle problem, but yeah, I noticed it as well, and it's a problem that many modern films have.
Unfortunately, true. But overall, Brian Baugh put together a movie that's visually pleasing, and I'm just disappointed that it just didn't quite reach that next level.
Well, that seems like a good place to do our reviews. I'll start. I was pleasantly surprised by the movie. I went in with low expectations, and it ends up avoiding being too campy or preaching. It tells an emotional and heartwarming story well, and it hides its low budget. But it fails to rise up to that next level. The great moments in the movie are weighed down by the sloppy ones. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 reels. Maybe not a movie to see in theaters, but a nice rental.
Yes, indeed. I just wasn't as satisfied by this movie. Rachel's story is well handled, but I really don't like how they handled the development of the perpetrators. There are a number of good moments in this movie, but as a whole, I'm just not a fan. This movie is on the edge of greatness, but just can't quite reach that highest level. I'm only going to give it a 2 out of 5 reels.
Well, and then on that note, our episode's coming to a close. This movie had a great challenge in front of it and did a good job of facing it.
For sure. It's just too bad they just couldn't deliver just that little bit more.
It's by no means a bad movie.
Or is it a great one?
Well, our next episode is coming up at noon. It's on the sci-fi superhero movie Max Steel.
Ooh, I've not heard good things about that movie.
Unfortunately. Well, and that's it for today. Thank you for watching Reel to Reel. I'm your host, Nate Berg.
And I'm your co-host, Dave Washburn. See you next time.